All right. Good morning. Up and at 'em. Here's a live shot now, at least live to me, of the Trichicarpus fortunii, the filibustas, and robustas. They've all done very well. Any transplant shock, either they moved on from it or it didn't affect them at all. And right now they're just waiting to move down, well, move up, if that makes sense, to the big leagues. Right down here in this new rack I assembled. More room for the sprouts to move up into this new grow light. And we'll move a little bit closer in. Okay, here's a live shot of our newly promoted from the minor leagues to the big leagues batch. Mainly filibustas and robustas, of course. As you can tell, this one on the end here is growing a new frond. Pretty exciting. And as they grow tall, they flop over. That's totally normal. That's just gravity doing its thing. And I probably have a few more coming down here soon that need to come up to the big leagues. These guys are getting close to those grow lights, which is why I made this down here, so there's more room for them to have in their growth. Keeping with the sports theme, the stadium expansion was just fine. I moved that rack up there you see with the novas on top of. That was a little bit down. I moved that up, which then allowed for this rack to have more room for whatever you put on it, which obviously are the new promoted sapling big leaguers. So as they grow up, there won't be any obstruction with anything in their way. The fans seem to like it. And lastly, here's a view of the Trichicarpus novas, which to you guys, it's just dirt, which means nothing yet. So still watching these guys. I really want these to develop. I'm very excited about the novas. So I'll keep it at that, hopeful and wishful. And of course, the box. Stay tuned on that one. That's a big news announcement here soon. Anyway, that is the Palmery update, and I will transition into my next topic. And moving on to share my story. And while I do so, I'll just have the palm family here as a backdrop. But watching TV the other day, a commercial came up. It was a generic commercial, just a soccer team with palms on their uniforms. And I said, God, that looks good. It looks good. I love sports, and I love palms. So it kind of intrigued my interest to keep searching, went on to Google, and looked up palm trees in sports logos and in uniforms. So some really cool stuff came up. So even if you aren't a fan of sports, this segment will still be pretty fun because it just shows you how widespread palm trees are in terms of representation, including in the world of sports. So here we go. The first one is the Fort Myers Miracle. This is a minor league baseball team in Florida. And as you can tell right away, it's a very apparent palm trees in their logo. And it's beautiful. And look at the little baseball up there. Maybe that's the little coconut or something or whatnot. But yeah, a beautiful one. I'd love to wear this one personally on my hat as a ball player. So the next we got is the LA Clippers old basketball court. So this is not really a logo. It's more a playing court. But how cool is that? They have the LA in the middle with the palm tree making out the A in LA. So I do remember watching the Portland Trailblazer games growing up and watching this court on TV when they played against the Clippers. So it brings back memories. Next one, we got the Coachella Valley hockey team out of Palm Springs, California. So, of course, another Sunbelt location. And I'm not quite sure. That looks to be some sort of phoenix species. So maybe you guys in the comments know exactly which one that's going to be. So you can go ahead and comment on that one. Next one we got is the Florida Panthers alternative jersey, and that is beautiful. So you can't be a hockey team in Florida and not have a palm tree themed jersey. So they completed that, and I don't mind it. The colors are cool.
It looks like a hockey stick, but obviously it's got fronds, so it's a beautiful jersey. If I played hockey, never have, but if I did, I'd want to wear this. The next one we got here is the Cal Poly college football team, and those are beautiful. And look at all the different versions they have. The white helmet, the black, the white with the gold, and the gray. So beautiful. I love those. So again, these are ones I would love to wear if I played football. I played football in high school, but of course not for a palm tree team like Cal Poly. So yeah, great job on that one, graphic design person for the athletic department. Next one we got back down to LA, the LA Sparks, the women's basketball team there, the pro basketball team. Again, looks as if it's another phoenix species or so, but the coloration is beautiful. I know this is the alternative logo. They have a different logo, which actually does not have a palm tree. So obviously, I'm showing you this one because, well, I love palm trees and love sports. The next one's kind of weird, but I thought I'd throw it in there because they did win the World Series just recently. The LA Dodgers. And I'm not sure. I found this on an embroidery website. So again, I thought I would just throw it in there and people can decide for themselves what they think or feel about it. So I will say that my family roots for the Dodgers and I root for the Yankees. I know it's weird being a Yankees West Coast fan, but so either you're going to love or hate this logo. So of course I'm going to throw it out there in case anybody hates it. So to give my family a little bit of shade. The next one is just phenomenal. This is Florida Atlantic University, their football team, and those are spicy. Those are, oh, dude, those, let's get an action shot, shall we? There we go. There's an action shot. Look at that. Look at that. That is about as good as it gets for a palm tree on any sports themed uniform, logo, you name it. So they nailed that one. So Florida Atlantic University, go Owls. You guys nailed it. And of course, we can't end the segment without showing a palm tree in a movie. And of course, the one that we all know, or at least I know, The Flint Tropics with Will Ferrell playing one of the main characters. And of course, right there in front. So obviously, this is interestingly the most northern team that has a palm tree. Flint, Michigan isn't necessarily known for palm trees. I know that I have some Michigan followers that might be excited to see this, but hey, you guys win for the most northerly uniform palm tree or logo in this list. And I'm sure I missed some or didn't bring any up, so please, in the comments, if you have an idea or if you have a sports team that I skipped over, please mention it. And a quick watering tip for your growing population of biocontainers or cups that the palms are placed in. As the watering sessions become long and strenuous at this point, with spray bottles even breaking like mine did. So I needed a better solution for farther reach and just quicker action. So I turned to this mechanism right here, which of course is the dish soap container. You clean it out, of course. And this baby has excellent reach. And boom, you get to work. And I just missed badly, which got dirt in the wall, but that's fine. And I'm doing this kind of inaccurate. As you can tell, I'm missing a lot, but I have a phone in front of me. But my point is, it's a little way to save you time on watering your plants. And I did it very recklessly just right now, but when you have two hands working for you, you do much more accurate aiming. So now that the embarrassing moment of me watering my palms is out of the way, one more tip before I leave is the palms are now at a point where you can begin to water a little bit deeper because the roots are developing and can go chase after that water. I don't believe in the first few weeks or even the first month or so that watering deep is effective. I think you should water not at the base, but at least around the palm base, because you're getting those roots stronger and better for it to do just that. So now that they're at this size, I can water a little bit more deeper and less frequent, because at this point the roots are in a much better spot than they were, and they can begin to establish themselves in their container. And also, one thing to consider is that the grow lights, while they're awesome and amazing, they do a great job in the wintertime. In my opinion, and there's debate online and every single plant grower's Reddit forum or whatever about grow lights versus the sun, I still believe the sun's more effective. But grow lights, you can control your environment with how long they go, the power, the watts, everything. The sunlight, of course, you can't control that unless you live in a climate where it's guaranteed sun every day for a majority of the spring, summer, and fall afternoons. So just things to consider as your palms are growing and they're getting bigger, which means that the waterings change, the grow light amount might change, a lot might change. So pay attention to that as these guys get bigger and more mature.